Hi, pal number one. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a reading on the next time that this person contacts you, the person on your mind, your specific person. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get some messages for pile number one. This is for those of you who felt called to pick the letter with the single rose. All right. So tell me about this energy of the person who's going to be contacting them, and the next time that they contact them, what they're going to say, how they feel. Any message I need to get across to pile number one, please allow it to come out. All right, pile number one. So we have finally got all the cards that we need for this very detailed message. Just based off of the letter that you felt called to pick, I do feel like something feels like a last chance, okay? There's that single rose. There's something very like innocent about the single rose. It's almost like someone's not used to being romantic. Someone could be incredibly charming, but they're not used to being romantic. And it's almost like an effort, okay? A single effort, all right? And it also gives like bachelor type of energy where, you're giving the rose and it always feels like elimination. It always feels like the last chance. So there's something about that. Maybe this person is realizing when they are coming forward to you that this may be their last chance, their last effort to try to make things right. And there's also a lot of pressure that comes from that. But there's also this energy of like do or die, like get it right now or don't. Okay. Also, I wrote down too emotional. This person's a very emotional person. They could be a very sensitive person, but I also get this energy that they're very guarded. Okay. So it's not like they show this all of the time. This could also be why this person could have disappeared at times when when their emotions were getting the best of them. Okay, there's almost like a melancholy energy about this person. They could be someone who really gets anxious. They could be someone who's rooted in fear or worry. They could be someone who struggles with depression, PTSD. And so I feel like when those heavy emotions come on, this person chooses to retreat versus be vulnerable and show you. So that also could be a big reason why this person has been away, or why they do, like there's like a lack of consistency here. Okay. And then also, again, there's this energy of this person not usually being romantic, and I see why. All right. So I do feel like the last time that you saw this person, there was a very hot and heavy energy between you two. I feel like maybe there was some sexual tension. Maybe you guys did have sexual intimacy. There could have been a lot of flirting, kissing. It felt like this person was telling you how hot you are physically. There was a lot of physical affection. Okay. Um, and also, too, you could have felt like this person was rooted in some type of temptation. So maybe the last time you spoke or saw this person, they could have been drinking or they were smoking, or it just felt like they were very lustful. And you also could have thought, is there other people involved? Okay. Are you dealing with other people because you have this playerish, whorish type of vibe about you that could be fun in this moment, but I'm wondering where are you getting that from? Where is that stemming from? Okay. So on the bottom of the deck here, we do have the Seven of Cups, and I do feel like this person was keeping their options open. There's this energy of keeping their options open because I don't know. It's like this person self sabotages in a way, Instead of going for the best option, which could be you, they tend to go to something that's of lower value, no shade. And this could be because of a reflection of how they feel about themselves, okay? So, first and foremost, we have ball and chain. All right, so this is the energy of this person feeling really stuck or weighed down, feeling really restricted in life, could be battling some type of addictions, heavy burden that they could be going through, baggage that they may feel like they have, that they also feel like maybe they don't want to bring onto you. Maybe they feel like that would be too heavy for you. This person could be very codependent, but there's a hidden energy there. They're afraid of being trapped, and this connection has been very difficult to get off the ground or to have forward movement or even just to have consistency. Okay, so I am seeing that here. It feels like when this person reaches out to you, they're really opening up their heart to you. Okay, they're trying their best. It may not be perfect, it may not be up to your standards, but I feel like this person is really trying their best. So we have heart with the key. So almost like by the time that this person reaches out to you, their heart will be unlocked. Their heart won't be so cold anymore. Feels like they have a heart awakening that they could be going through. This person will be ready to welcome love between you two. They will feel like you are the one for them. They're going to be opening their heart. They're going to want to get together, and they're going to feel like this is now perfect timing. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do one deck. Sorry. I'll do that now. I forgot, guys. It's a lot of decks here. Okay, so let me just do this one really quickly for you. All right, perfect. Sorry about that. Okay, so this person, we do have the signs here. So there's a couple signs that we can talk about. Your person could be a Leo. Okay, your person could be a Cancer or a Gemini, or you could be that. There's also strong influence of Capricorn here, and also air sign energy. So maybe like Aquarius, again, Gemini or Libra. Okay. I feel like your person here, they do have a king or queen kind of like energy that resides within them. Maybe why you were attracted to this person is because you could see like some type of regal energy within them. You could see their true power, while this person may not give themselves that much credit. Okay, so this person could be a natural leader. They usually are very fair, okay? They are confident and very charismatic. And I do feel that about your person. I feel like they're not shy by any means, only shy with their emotions, but I do feel like this person is very charming. All right, we have the mother here. Now, this could be the role that you could have been playing, okay, with the mother energy. This person also could have a estranged relationship with their mother figure. Whoever raised them and was that maternal figure, they could have a very estranged relationship with that person. Maybe you filled that void in some type of way. So the mother, or maybe if you're a masculine dealing with the feminine, you filled some type of paternal role, okay? So it shows that you have supported this person, you have nurtured them, and you have loved them unconditionally, even when they haven't been the best towards you, okay? And last but not least, we have the trickster, which is, whatever. Okay, the trickster. There's something that really irritates you that you used to love about this person. I feel like you used to love their sense of humor. You loved how playful they were. That was something that was really fun for you in the beginning. But when it comes to getting things under wraps and coming to a deep understanding about what this could be, you are tired of the games and you're tired of the humor. I feel like this person uses humor in awkward situations or in situations of confrontation where you would rather them be serious. I hear you telling this person, like, I'm not playing right now. Okay. So there's something like that. And this person just can't help but to smile at the dumbest moments, or they can't help to make a joke or to try to make you laugh, to try to like smooth over very difficult situations. Okay. They always say, too, the most humorous people in life, like even comedians, those are people who went through a lot of things and they use humor to get through the tough times. So that could also be what it's about. But there is a very playful energy about this person. And a part of you now, you feel like you just want them to be mature and grow up when it comes to you, when it comes to the situation. All right. This person could be very adaptable. And I feel like that's because they've had a lot of transitions in life. They've had to transition maybe from school to school. They had to transition from living in this area to that area, transition through homes, transition through relationships. Okay. So I feel like this person has had a lot of changes more than the average person, and it's made them very adaptable. This person could be very witty. So they're very quick on their feet when it comes to comebacks or just answering. All right. That also could be a little annoying too, because you may feel like this person doesn't think before they respond. Okay. Like almost this person's always ready to debate or defend their honor without actually answering the question. And last but not least, we have mischievous here. So there is something sneaky about this individual. Okay. And we definitely see signs of that as well. When this person comes towards you, there's a big change that they have made. I do feel like there's been some time since you guys have spoke or seen each other. You definitely took a break. You could have asserted a really strong boundary with this person. So it's definitely been some time. And there's some changes here, okay? So this person is pulling the card of constancy, which is just about being consistent. There's energy of their third eye awakening, or they could have a heart awakening as well. I feel like this person is going to come towards you very calm, or they have a calmer manner about themselves when they do come towards you this time. Like their mannerisms are very calm. It may freak you out. You're like, where's the jokes today? Okay. So something like that. This person also has been working really hard, like in their career. They could have been working really hard to attain some type of financial goal. And so I feel like this person could be in a much more stable place than the last time that you spoke to them or seen them. Okay. I feel like, yeah, this person could be ready for a steady relationship. They're ready to come in really strong, and they're looking to not have any disputes, but that's not realistic if you guys do have an issue that you need to resolve. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here with that. How this person recognizes you. This person really admires you. You are an inspiration in their life. You have a lot of light and positivity of how they should be and how they should show up for themselves and for the people that they love. They consider you to be a role model. Okay, you lead by example, and even part of like how you were trying to show this person how to treat you is how you treat them. You treat them really exceptionally well. You nurture them, you care about them. You may have that lover's spirit where, you know, your decisions, not even with just this person, the decisions that you make in life, you think about how it's going to affect the people around you. So you just really have like a really stand up, you know, your reputation precedes you because you're just an awesome person. And this person does notice that about you. They also notice and know about you that you are pretty witchy. Okay, so that's something that they do realize. Sometimes they may feel like they're caught up in your web or your love spell. Okay, like they just don't understand why they can't shake you, why they've been. There is an energy of stalking too that we're going to be talking about in a second. So this person just may feel like, why can't I shake this person? And it has to be some type of magic. All right. All right. So the cards coming out for the next time that this person contacts you. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords here. We have the World card. And we also have the Devil. Okay. Okay. Where should I start? Let's start card by card, right? Queen of Swords, this person knows that you are kind of pissed with them, or you have detached yourself emotionally, because having your emotions involved with this person is not guaranteed. Having your emotions involved with this person could be very tricky, and it ends up you having the short end of the stick all the time. So you could have really detached yourself. You have incredible discernment, and you're just not allowing your heart to be open so easily. You're definitely not going into this conversation with rose-colored glasses. That part of you is over, okay? And this person definitely left a nasty taste in your mouth because of how things left off, and also what you have suspected, like of a third party or them just dating around and not taking this seriously. It definitely has left a bad taste in your mouth here. And this person recognizes this. They know that they have been the Emperor in reverse, okay? Emperor in reverse is like not showing up as a leader. You see a true quality within this person that they're the king or the queen, right? So you expect this person to stop playing dumb or stop playing down their natural abilities. Like just show up as your true self. What are you trying to prove? Why are you avoidant? You know, you could be greater than this. And I feel like this person knows that they have disappointed you a lot of times by just being that leader. And I mean, sorry, that emperor in reverse, which is not showing up as a leader, being a follower, actually. Okay. It's energy of not being responsible, not keeping your promises, not being serious, dilly dallying. Okay. Wasting time, wasting other people's time, and not being accountable. All right, so they know that this is something that is really why you're kind of pissed off with them and why there's this bad taste in your mouth. Okay, and let's see if this person is going to address that. Yes, okay, they are going to address it. So it's almost like they're trying to. Okay, sorry about that. Confirmation. All right, it's almost like they're going to really try to right their wrongs with you. And again, there's something about this person being very fair. So if they have done wrong, they're going to take their consequences and they're going to have their explanation ready this time. And so we have justice here. All right. There's something about you being able to rest assured that this person is going to not dodge your questions or not dodge accountability this time. Okay. So, yes, they will be addressing that and you guys will have a conversation about that. It feels like something is ending for this person. Maybe an ending of feeling stuck or weighed down, an ending of feeling like, their life was miserable, an ending of just worrying, being doubtful, fearful, or even they achieved something most recently. Could be within their career or finances, which has given them more confidence to come towards you, feeling like they could be more on your level. And I know that here because we have the world. Okay. And so I feel like, and what's interesting about this, right? Look at that. We have buy now. Okay. So this person knows that like the door is about to close. Like a chapter is closing for me, but this chapter could also be leaving with it. And so they know there's a sense of urgency to getting this message out to you and having this conversation. The world also lets me know that there's something so different about you two that it's very bizarre that you guys could even be together or dealing with each other. There could be an age gap here. You guys could come from totally different backgrounds, totally different cultures, totally different understandings, walks of life. So there is something a little like ironic of you guys even finding each other, okay? Um, I do feel like as there has been distance between you and this person, and they've been working towards this goal very diligently, they have been watching you the whole time. Okay, so we do have the Page of Swords here. There's also this energy. If you see this person's face, there's like this disgust. There's this disgust in their face as they're watching you maybe like move on, because you are having this Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy. So you could really be showing, even from the outside looking in, it looks like you are so detached and so removed from this situation, from this person. So as they have watched you and been kind of like stalking you, keeping up on you, there's this disgust in their face where they are just like, I cannot fathom that this person is looking like they're enjoying their life without me. They're going out. This person is taking classes. This person is like bought some new clothes. They changed up their hair. They got a tattoo. Okay. So like they cannot fathom that you are really just out here living life, even though they're the one who caused that. Okay. But it's just, this is the thing, right? You're tired of this person's games, but in their energy, I feel a lot of humor and I can't help but to laugh. Okay. I know this is a serious matter for you, but I cannot help but to laugh because this person is funny. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. So, what is going on with that? I'm sorry. I feel like in the past, when things are good, this person has brought you to tears just by their crazy jokes. Okay. So, whatever. We're not talking about that, right? That's a sensitive topic. But tell me about this Page of Swords energy. All right, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like your creativity, your productivity. You've been keeping up with your life. You've been going towards your goals. You've been making a lot of progress without them. And they just cannot believe that. They almost feel like you have created a masterpiece with them out of the picture. And you know what else I'm getting on that canvas? If you were trying to paint this picture with this person involved, and like say they came by your house and you show them like the progress of the picture and you're like, yeah, this is me right here and I'm painting you right now, it should be done like in a week. And they're like, oh, that's going to be great, that's going to be a beautiful picture. And then when they come back around, you like you covered up their picture with like a tree or something, or a sun, something of symbolism to you, to show that you have joy, to show that you have achievement. And they're like, wait a minute, I thought this was a joint picture. You done cut me out the picture. Okay. So they cannot fathom that and they are disgusted by that. Okay. And it's funny because it's like, who are they to feel disgusted? Right. Now, this is the interesting thing. I do see you getting annoyed with this person because there is a big chance that the how they're going to come towards you is under the influence. Okay, we have the devil. There's an energy of them having too much to do, like too much overindulgence before coming to see you. This could be like someone having too many drinks and then they finally feel like, okay, this is the day I'm going to have this false confidence to come towards you. This could be an energy of like, if they come towards you and they're sick, okay, like food sickness, eating too much, having to throw up or something, okay? Like there's some type of interference of having this conversation that you're ready to have and they are ready to have, but they almost like self-sabotage shit all the time, right? So I feel like with the devil, there's some type of addictive energy or something they're using to not feel pain, to not feel rejection, to mask their feelings, to avoid the confrontation, that they just overdo it that day and you can tell. And it's so annoying to you. Okay. Now, what's going to strike you very crazy? I feel like this person's a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. What's going to be like the kicker? This person, because of their wit, because they think quickly on their feet, they're going to have a great explanation for why this is. Okay. So it's like, you got to give them points for even being clever and quick on their feet, because we have the Seven of Wands here and there's this energy of like defending themselves. You know, even if you call them out on their bullshit, they are defending themselves. They're like, well, this is why this happened. It's my best friend's birthday. I can't help it. Okay. Like something, they're going to come up with something quick on their feet of why they are in the state that they're in. The devil also could be intensity, sexual intensity. Like this could be someone coming on to you too much. This could be someone trying to kiss you while you are trying to have this conversation. And there's something about them defending their actions. Okay. And like, let's see what's going to happen with that. All right, we have the, okay, confirmation again. We have the Knight of Wands, okay? So again, it's this energy of like, I don't know if I can really have this conversation with you or you are taking me seriously, because there's something very impulsive by how you showed up, how you reached out, the state that you're in. You're saying a lot of good things, but I don't know if I can trust it based off of that Knight of Wands. I don't know if you're playing the game. Okay. So there's almost like this energy of not trusting their intentions, and also maybe just not wanting to hear them out in the state that they're coming towards you, whether it's like crazy obsessive, deeply infatuated, if it's like they're coming towards you in a negative space, if they're coming towards you under the influence, if they're coming towards you super lustful. All right, there's this energy of like, I can't have this conversation like this, you know, like if you're going to do this, this is bad timing. Okay. Um yeah, let's see. Let's pull one card for the outcome. What's the outcome? All right, Five of Swords, a fight or argument, a heavy debate, heavy confrontation. You could be very like guarded and about to set it off because of how this person comes towards you. It feels like there's no respect based off of that devil energy. You also already are a little annoyed with them anyway. They are going to be defensive as well and trying to defend themselves. And there also may be this energy of like a lot of pressure to really have this conversation because they know this is their last chance and overly wanting to prove themselves, but showing up and still blowing it. Okay. So there could be a little bit of a debate back and forth. There could be a lot of anger spewing back and forth. You may even hit below the belt and say something that is completely true because the card that's facing me this whole time is the Ace of Swords. Okay. And we also have the Empress in reverse. And we also have the Tower. Okay. Empress in reverse is like you're not going to be super nurturing with your words. You're no longer trying to overly protect this person. You have turned your back on that. Now truth needs to come into play. So you may say something that's completely honest, but it's going to hit hard. Okay. And this person is going to probably retaliate or try to say something to get under your skin as well. So it feels like the outcome here could be like some type of fight. And it's definitely not how this person intended it to go. And I feel like it wouldn't have went this way unless they were, this devil energy, this overindulgence, doing too much, moving too fast. Okay. Knight of Wands, not thinking before showing up, not thinking before what they have to say, not planning things out, poor planning, poor timing, trying to escape this confrontation, but still trying to have it at the same time, which doesn't make sense, right? All right, let's get some more messages here before we end this one for you. I hope that this gave you guys a lot of insights. Let me go ahead and give you guys some more messages here. All right. Tell me more about this person when they do come towards pile number 1. Anything else that they want to convey that they may not be able to convey because of the intensity of it all. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have, you deserve so much better. Okay, so this person feels like you deserve better than them. That could have been why they kept the other options around. That's what also makes them feel deeply insecure, even trying to come towards you again, and feeling like they don't stand a chance, but trying their best to save that last chance. Okay, we also have, I'm working on myself right now. So this person could be trying to work on themselves, trying to get their life in order. Obviously, this gives like Six of Swords energy when someone's trying to remove themselves from the things of their detriment to move towards the light at the end of the tunnel. But I always say with the Six of Swords, people are just like learning. They're like literally about to take the training wheels off and they're going to fall. They're going to fall victim. They're going to make mistakes. Okay, so that's why it's so difficult to deal with someone who's in that transition, You have here, you're my moon. And so I feel like this person, the moon energy is like, there has been a lot of sadness that came from disappointing you. There's a lot of insecurity here. Okay. There's a lot of insecurity about what value they bring to the table. If they can be on the standards that you need, if they can be the person that you need, if they're going to blow it or not. Right. It's also a lot of fear and doubt within oneself. Okay. So there's a lot of fear of like trusting this and seeing if it could actually be a beautiful thing as an outcome. There's a lot of doubt that they can even go after this. Okay. So I feel like this person really lacks self-trust and self-belief at this time, but that's something that they're currently working on. And we have divine masculine here. Okay. So that is significant for some of you here. Lots of butterflies, lots of nervousness as this person comes towards you. But also, even though this doesn't have like the best outcome from the conversation, there's still some type of butterfly effect. There's a chain reaction that's going to happen as an effect of, this cause. So this could also really prompt someone to change out of embarrassment or just feeling like they failed. Okay. So yeah, that is what I have for you. Pile number one. I hope that you guys got a lot of clarity from this. Please like the video before you go. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know about your situation. Let me know what resonates for you. And also make sure that you're subscribed. If you have not subscribed as of yet, I would love for you to do so. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye. Hi, pal number two. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a message or reading on the next time that this person contacts you, reaches out to you, and how that's going to go. This will be about the person on your mind, your specific person in mind. And yeah, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. Usually I have the cards already pulled for you guys so I can just jump into the reading. Today I'm actually going to pull on camera. All right, so with that being said, guys, I am going to get started by shuffling. And yeah, I will see you guys once we start, okay? Let's see. Give me some messages, please, for this person for the next time that they reach out to pile number two. For those of you who felt called to pick the letter with the flower drawing, and the piece of a letter feels like a little piece of letter, right? All right, so let's see. Pile number two. What's going to transpire the next time that their specific person in mind contacts them? What can you tell me about that? All right, pile number two. This is a reading for you about your specific person in mind and what's going to transpire the next time that this person comes towards you, contacts you, reaches out. All right, so first card that we have here is mice. Okay, so with this card, your person could have been suffering from some type of illness. This could be mental illness. They could have been incredibly burnt out or just had relationship fatigue. Okay, like romance has made them very weary. Romance has been a battlefield for them. This person could have been extremely stressed out the last time that you guys spoke. There's something was deteriorating. So, again, this gives me like maybe depression or just feeling really, really tired, really worn out by life. This person could have suffered a loss. Okay, they could have been a victim of theft of some sort. Maybe someone broke into this person's car and that was like their 13th reason. Okay, I know that's not funny, but or it's like someone could have broken into this person's house or stole something from them that was very meaningful, and that could have been like their last straw that broke the camel's back. There was some type of reduction that this person had because of their suffering. So usually when you're burnt out, usually when you're going through things, you may not be the best person to go out there and make your goals happen or to make money. So there could have been a reduction in their finances. All right, this person may not have been taking good care of themselves. We have filth and decay here. So that's like not staying organized, maybe procrastinating on their chores, letting like dishes pile up, letting laundry pile up. Okay. This could be something that you really noticed about them. That could have been your first sign, your warning, your red flag that this person is going through things, because I do get that this person masks things very well. Okay. This person could have also seemed very irritable when speaking to you, as if like you were the problem, or that you irritated them. But I feel like it was a lot that had to do behind the scenes that they weren't willing to share, or they didn't want to burden you with. All right. Also, too, this could be someone that you worry about a lot. And you may feel like this person lives in fear, or you are fearful about, like, this person's safety. You could be fearful about their well being. Okay. This person has a lot of anxiety. They also have really suffered feeling like they've wasted a lot of time, or wasted potential, or wasted some type of opportunity. And I do feel like this person, because there is like a miserable energy of the mice that this person can't help due to their circumstance, right? Due to the hand of cards that they were given, that they could have been a big nagger. Okay. They could have been a big nagger. Like maybe the last time you spent time with this person, they complained about a lot of things that you felt were trivial, or just were not a big deal. Okay. So you definitely could see the warning signs that someone was going through some things here. All right. I also feel like your person, they are very empathetic, and they tend to get tied up into some type of narcissist connection. Okay. So I feel like they tend to get in relationships that really do a lot of harm to them. They go into it with the best intentions, but they end up just getting hurt. And, if this is a completely different scenario where you're not a narcissist, you're not someone who is toxic, or doing toxic things to them, that could have been something that they ran from, because there's more comfortability even in the things that hurt them versus something new. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like also before you and this person maybe cut contact, you try to assert some type of boundary that could have hurt them. But also, this is teaching them what they need to do in their life as well. Because also, I see this energy of this person takes on too many projects at once. They could be someone who takes on a lot of responsibility of others that is not their own to carry. There's something about their family, that they take on responsibility of their family, maybe their parents or their siblings, where they really need to focus on themselves. So they may be an enabler. They may also not set boundaries. And maybe you had to set a boundary with them and it hurt them. But it also showed them like this is something that they need to incorporate in their life, and you're just protecting yourself. Okay. So something of that sort. I also feel like this person could be studying for something. We have knowledge here. First of all, your person could be a big genius, and maybe they know that. Maybe that's something that they're very confident about, is that they have a high IQ, or they could be like a genius, a brainiac. They could be highly intelligent. They could be a creative genius. Okay. This is something that brings them a lot of confidence, but there is an energy of feeling like they've wasted a lot of potential, or they have missed opportunities because of their circumstances. Okay. So this is something that they're also, even though it brings them confidence, especially when they exert their intelligence and people get to see how smart they are, it's also a big insecurity of feeling like, what did I do with that intelligence? So I do see this energy of your person getting back into reading, or they could be going back to school, or they could be taking some type of training to brush up on their skills to make them more confident to go out there and get opportunities. Okay. Your person has had their fair share of poison, okay, toxic or harmful situations or relationships. Something started to bleed over into the connection that they had with you, even though that was not their intention. So the nagging, being irritable, being a little miserable, okay, like that could have started to feel a little toxic. There was something that you had to set a boundary against that could have felt toxic as well. So I definitely feel like, the space was needed, even if it felt like both of you did not want that space at that time. Also, what I'm getting from you just picking this letter here that you chose to pick for pile number 2, I feel like this person does a lot of writing and deleting messages. So by the time that they do reach out and contact you, it's like they have tried to do this many times before they actually hit send, or before they actually pressed call, or before they actually came over. Okay. They wanted to do this many times. They thought this many times. They could have been in pursuit many times, but just not completion. So I just see a lot of like like writing and then deleting, okay? Driving somewhere and then turning back around. Um, wanting to looking at your number in their contact list but not calling, okay? So, or even social media but not sending the DM. So things like that. I feel like this person also, there's something significant about an unfinished message or unfinished conversation. So say that the last time you spoke to this person, you guys were talking about something really heavy or something really important to you, but this person could have left before you guys got to the bottom of it, or they got distracted and changed the subject. Or if you were texting this person, maybe you guys were having conversation, like normal conversation, but it's like they didn't text back. Like the conversation was flowing and then they just stopped. Okay. So something like that, which can kind of show you this person's mental state of not being able to handle heavy things at that time. And another thing that I'm seeing about your person is that they don't know how to express themselves. Okay. So when it comes to their emotions, when it comes to these bright ideas that they have of being this highly intelligent individual, sometimes there's an awkwardness of having that come out their mouth. I'm almost getting like a Elon Musk type of energy. I don't know Elon Musk to be anyone special. But that's what they say. Okay. So we're just going to go off of base of what people say, that he's this brainiac, whatever. Okay. But what I do see about him is that he is an extremely awkward individual. And I feel like sometimes even when he expresses himself, it's like it doesn't land or it just comes off very choppy. And that's something that I feel like your person has. Now, I feel like I don't know how you do this, but you have a very special way of understanding them, even when they're not making sense. You can kind of put into words what they're saying. You can kind of make sense of the message that they're struggling to get out. That is just your connection to them. Okay. So that's what I got based off of the letter that you picked here. All right. Also, I'm seeing that your person could be a Gemini. They could be a Sagittarius or Aries. This person also could have strong earth themes, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? And we also have an energy of maybe Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Heavy Virgo. And what else did I want to say? Okay, also too, what we have here coming out for your person when they're coming towards you, we have the card of abundance. So something has changed significantly about your person when they do come towards you. And it almost looks like they're in some type of money showers. So maybe even getting their money up, you know, being able to flip their money situation has given them a lot of power, a lot of confidence, and also a lot of positivity. So when they come towards you, they'll have a fairly positive mindset. They will feel like they manifested exactly what they wanted. So there's a lot of joy surrounding that. They're going to have a lot of gratitude and they're going to be in bliss. So really in good spirits. And what I'm seeing here is that this person is getting some type of money, whether they're getting like a big promotion. There's also a theme of this person maybe picking up a second job, finally getting a second job if they really wanted that, an extra side of income. There's something that's working out for them and it's in regards to their finances and it's making them feel so much more confident and positive about their life, okay? Yeah, I feel like, money could have been a big block in this situation. And I feel like this person is having a big improvement. They could also feel like they're gaining some type of opportunities that are coming towards them that increases their finances. Okay. I also see something about a gift, like someone buying you a gift the next time you guys see each other to show their gratitude for you being so patient, so kind to them, treating them nicely. They may want to buy you something with this newfound abundance. All right, so your person is pulling out the messenger. All right, so this is someone who I feel like is highly intelligent, highly clever. They gather information. There goes that book energy again. So they definitely could be learning something new. There also could be an energy of learning how to deal with their stress. There's an energy of learning how to communicate better. There's an energy of learning maybe even like the importance of this relationship, having a deeper understanding. I feel like you're going to get a deeper understanding as well when this person comes towards you. And it shows that this person gathers information, they're clever, and they share their ideas, okay? This person also has the energy of the explorer. So this person could be adventurous, they could be bold, they could be on some type of quest or seeking new things out. And they could be taking some risk here that could be turning out in their favor, especially financially. And we have the firebrand, okay? So it shows that this person's very driven, they're passionate, they're an activist, and they could be a little bit of a disruptor during this time. All right. So the cards that came out for your person, we have here and how they're going to come towards you. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles. We also have here the Four of Swords. Okay. All right. So as things are getting better for this person, I do see a more carefree spirit, which is not usual for them because, of course, the last time that you guys spoke or dealt with each other, they were under a tremendous amount of stress. And with that Four of Swords, I just see a lot of carefree energy, just feeling like they have rejuvenated themselves. They're well rested. Their mind is in a better space. Okay. They're out of this chaos or misery that they were in. And there's this energy of being very like carefree. I also feel like if this person's not the most organized person, that hasn't changed. Okay. I still see like their house being kind of messy. So if this person has never been a really tidy person, that wasn't one of the changes. Okay. And there's almost like this energy of procrastinating coming towards you. So again, there's that start and stop, not finishing something through. There could be this procrastination. The money also could be a big distractive energy. So if they are getting this new job, obviously there's going to be a more busy schedule. But also beyond that, just having more money gives more freedom. And so maybe this person is exploring new things with this newfound abundance. Okay. So it feels like this person, there's an energy of them like just taking their sweet time to come towards you, but feeling in bliss the whole time, feeling really happy. And I feel like you would be happy to hear that this person's happier. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles here. This person recently got their shit in order. There's some balance that's come into their life. They finally have gotten to an energy where they're able to balance their life nicely. They have gotten their responsibilities under order. If they had any baggage, they have gotten that under wraps, okay? It feels like this person is able to juggle what they have going on where it's not stressing them out. It feels like if this person was in some type of debt, that is getting paid down really nicely. It feels like this person is just really balancing themselves and they're learning how to incorporate things but not overload themselves. And they're in a really healthy equilibrium. I do see another stream of income. So I don't know how this money is coming through, but there is something that they do other than the job that you know them to be at that they're picking up. Whether that's a hustle, or if that's like a business that they're starting, or even if that's another job. So the money is flowing and it's coming in, okay? They also are taking care of their responsibilities, which is really good. I do see here too, this person is trying to figure out the best way to apologize to you. They could overthink this a little bit. They're weighing their options. Should I buy them a gift? Should I just show up at their door? Should I send it to their job? Should I reach out on social media? Should I call them? Should I text? What should I say in the text? What should I say when they pick up? Should I say, hey, beautiful, hey, sexy, or should I just start off with an apology? They're all over the place, okay? So we have the Page of Cups here. Page of Cups shows this energy of like, I have emotions and I have things that I want to say to express them, but I'm not the best at it, okay? So there's just this weird energy of like, how do I really put out there and convey how I feel, how sorry I feel, how much I miss them? It just doesn't seem to come out. And every time I think that I know my plan, I come up with something better. So there's a lot of thoughts. This person is like really thoughtful. And sometimes that can get them into trouble because it's almost like they have great ideas, but they don't land on one. They don't follow through with one, okay? Let's see. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles. Judgment, again, forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness. This person really wants your forgiveness here. They don't know what you think of them. currently. Okay. How this person feels about you is the 10 of Pentacles. They feel like you are like something worth investing in. You could be one of their biggest investments in life that they want to see through, that they want to have for a long period of time. They want to build this foundation up. They want to really heavily invest in this situation, but they don't know how you're judging them based off of the last encounter or how things were in the past. So there's this thought process about that, and what's the best way to make amends. Okay, what's the best way to like make amends? What's the best way to get forgiveness? What's the best way to balance out the scales? Definitely wants a second chance with you here. We have the Three of Pentacles. I think because of the money, something is just flowing better in this person's life. They could just be more happier. They could be out of stress, out of financial stress. They feel like they can show up for you more and be more dependable or reliable. They feel like they could be a true partner now. Okay, they feel like they could help you progress towards your goals, that you guys can help each other now that they're kind of standing on steady ground or stability. When it comes to partnerships, when it comes to relationships, this person is the King of Swords. Okay. They are so logical. It's really hard for them to have a more imaginative energy or a more romanticized energy about partnerships and relationships because they have had their fair share of users, abusers, charmers, narcissists. So they are very like stuck in their ways about like what they feel people want from them that makes them valuable. Okay, so it's like until they were able to get out of this funk, until they were able to get their finances in order, they kind of just felt like they were useless in this connection. I wonder if you guys will talk about that. They may feel like people only want them around when they're winning, when they're in their winning season. Okay. Yeah, they're going to be very vulnerable about that. Okay. So there's a lot of truth that's coming from that. There's this blunt outburst that they're going to say. It's going to take you like, you're going to be like, oh, like it's kind of like comes out like, maybe you're trying to smooth things over. You're being very understanding. And they just blurt out, this fact in their head that they knew that you weren't going to want to be with them or see them as your equal until they had their shit together. And they're going to be very blunt about it and almost say it very coldly. It's stemming from a lot of disappointment, not from you, but from other people. It's going to shock you. I see like a moment of silence after this. Okay. You're kind of like, oh, okay. Like I received the message. I don't know what to say. All right. So that's what I see happening there. And let's see what else is happening with that. Cause it's like, it's a little bit scary. It's like, oh my God, this is a strict conversation. All right. Ace of Pentacles. You know, again, you have a deep understanding about this person and their needs. Okay. Like the same way that you can understand this person through their awkwardness, through the choppy conversation, you kind of understand that it's not for you to like have a rebuttal or fight this person about your belief. They're kind of stuck in their ways about that. You quickly change the subject to what's the next moves, okay? Are we going to actually get things off the ground? Are we committing to each other? What does that commitment look like? What's the first step of commitment or consistency? You kind of just like skip over it, but not like being rude or just, what do you call it? Dismissing them. It's almost like you need to do that because it would be so uncomfortable for you to even say something back to that fact that they have in their head. And they don't even want you to challenge them with the King of Swords. Okay. So you quickly just turn it from the Ace of Swords of this vulnerable moment, this very blunt moment, this very strict moment, and you talk about the next moves of commitment, even if it's a small movement of commitment. There's like this thing of like, okay, well, are we going to start seeing each other again? Should I call you tomorrow? Are you going to text me? Do you want to see each other this weekend? Like that next move of commitment and consistency. And it's really good for this person's brain because there could be flashbacks going through their head of disappointment, okay? And they're doing so well, so we don't want to take them back, right? Four Swords is here. All right. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Mm, there's some habits here about this person that they need to improve to be able to keep their newfound abundance that they may have not really worked on. They may need someone to be a motivator for them. Okay. I don't know if that's where you come in or if you're able to do that for them. This person gets in a very carefree energy. It's been a long time since they didn't feel stressed like this. There has to be this energy of upkeep. So that's something that you can notice is like they're very relaxed. They still are procrastinating in certain ways. If you feel like they're still a little messy or disheveled, you're like, hey, you need to step into this new chapter with a new energy. You need to like clean up, you need to be more tidy. You need to look more well groomed. You need to buy some new clothes. Like you need to walk how of what you have, okay? And that Nine of Pentacles is a lot of like this person really struggles with self-reliance and trusting themselves. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Okay, I see that you and this person are going to definitely reconcile and come back together, but you're going to feel like they're still in this avoidant situation of their responsibilities. Like they're finally getting their head above water. They're doing really well. All they have to do is stay consistent and they're going to be set. But you could start to see that this person is becoming so carefree with this newfound financial freedom. They could be going out more, they could be partying more, they could be having more fun and not keeping the balance of also staying on top of their routine. And that's something that you may notice. I do see that you're going to bring that up to them. You're almost like not trying to chastise them, but warn them, warn them of like this mice energy. Remember, how you were burnt out because you procrastinate and that burnt you out and you was really down and out for a long time. I don't need you to get back in that area. Like you need to get on it. I'm happy for you with this newfound freedom that you have, but there needs to be a balance here. So I see you almost like, warning them to not retreat back to their old ways. And what is going on with that? There's this very carefree energy, like even when it comes to their money, like of them spending a lot. And it's like you got more money to save more money, to have more money in your pocket, not to just spend it frivolously. So I almost see you checking them, but you're trying to warn them against retreating back to their old ways. And I see that they're going to have a positive reaction. Okay. The sun. Also, sun is like exposing or putting visibility over something that they were just not seeing or not waking up to. And it's a positive outcome for them because they did need to be checked. Again, Nine of Pentacles in reverse is someone who's not really independent or self reliant. They could be codependent. They almost need someone to give them that push or to tell them, like, hey, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I also see that happening. And so that wanted to come out for you, okay? Let's see what the outcome is going to be between you and this person this time around. What's going to be the outcome here? All right, we have the King of Cups. I feel like this person is really going to do really well and surprise you with their emotional maturity. They're going to also surprise you that they're learning how to express themselves emotionally much better. Okay, so that's something that's going to be very pleasant. I see a lot of care and tenderness coming from this person. I see them being very genuine. Okay, there's this energy of taking better care of themselves, which I really like with the King of Cups. Okay, so like, really keeping things in order. They may not be the most cleanly person or clean or organized person, but they're making strides to get better. Their appearance also gets better, especially with that King of Cups, is like someone who's like really like a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. Okay. Like glowing skin, hair is nice, always put together, very nice and orderly with their clothes, things like that. But I just see a lot more emotional capacity coming from this person. They could be better with their emotional regulation. So even if they do get sad, because everybody gets sad, it's not going to set them all the way back like it did in the past. Okay. And I see them opening their heart again because, again, when you guys have this conversation, they do feel like the King of Swords. They do feel guarded. They do feel, a little detached. They do feel a little bitter about their past, but I see that they're going to have a heart awakening, that they kind of change from that person. They start to trust themselves more. They start to trust you more and people, and start opening their heart up again. And not only just with you, but that could be like with passions. You can see this person get back into their creativity. You can see them getting back into their hobbies. They may try some new interests, which just shows that they're following passion, and they're following like maybe their intuition, their dreams. So it just shows like their heart is opening up. Okay. So that's really good. All right. And then let's close this off with some messages from your person, things that they may or may not say when you guys do come back around to each other. All right. Give me some messages for pile number 2 regarding this person. What do they want to tell pile number 2? What do they want to tell pile number 2? All right, bottom of the deck, we have I never meant to hurt you. So while this person was going through their devastation or going through a hard time, and if they did hurt you in consequence of that, they never meant to hurt you. That was not their intention. Okay. We also have here, you are my moon. So you could expose the deepest parts of this person that they're afraid to face. You also are someone who pushes them to face their fears, to become more confident, to become more stronger. You also face them to, you also have pushed this person to face their insecurities. And I feel like that's why their confidence is going to be going up in this time around. Okay. We have twin flame. This person considers you to be a twin flame. And we have reminiscing. So this person could be reminiscing about you right now. They could be reminiscing about all things about you, like the dates, the conversations, the intimacy, okay? Even the arguments, even when you check them, they are reminiscing about those things and they miss you a lot. All right, that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that this gave you a lot of insight on the situation, this person, when they do come back towards you. Please like the video before you go, comment down below, let me know what parts resonated for you. And also, guys, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye, pile number 2. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the person on your mind, and the next time that they contact you, your specific person on your mind, the next time they contact you, how that's going to go, how that's going to go between you two. Okay. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be pulling the cards on camera, and I'll speed up this part. All right. So this is for pile number 3. Pile number 3 for the person that's currently on their mind. What's going to happen the next time that this person reaches out to pile number 3? For those who felt called to pull the letter with the I, okay? All right, pile number 3. Those of you who felt called to pick the letter with the I. Okay, sorry guys. I was just making sure I was recording. Okay. All right. First card I have here for your person, we have red flag. Okay. Red flag. There's some type of warning that has been given to you about this person. Obviously, this situation has been really difficult to get off the ground. There could have been some complications that you may have a hard time understanding, like understand why things have to be so complicated, understanding what the issue is. Okay, something's trying to warn you to be prepared. Something is warning you that there's a risky situation moving forward with this person. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to alert you about something, telling you that there's danger up ahead and to proceed with caution. Someone has a problem or something is off here. Okay. I feel like I have hair on my mouth. Okay. And so, what I was getting about this person, just from you pulling the letter with the I feel like there's something very short. This person is very short with you, okay? So there's something really short about their conversations or their messages. It feels like this person never stays on the phone too long, or they don't text too long, or even in conversation with you, they cut it short. I don't know what that's about, so we'll have to see what that's about. I also feel like this person's not a very talkative person, okay? But they are always watching with that eye that was on your letter there. So I feel like this person is always watching. This person or you could have really beautiful eyes, or someone has very prominent eyebrows that are also very like unique and beautiful. Okay. So something about the eyes, something about the brows is a big significance here. I also was getting from that letter, you, the TV show on Netflix. Okay. So if you know, you know. If you know about the show, you know about it. If you don't, look it up. Okay. But there's something about that. Okay. Maybe that's the red flag. And also, I was getting that someone records themselves. Okay. So this could be like someone likes to record videos of themselves, or maybe that's what someone does for work. Someone also could record music. And I also got that someone could record themselves in like a X-rated way. Okay, so someone records themselves here, whether that's you or this person. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about this person. So we have the red flags here. We also have self-indulgence. When this person comes towards you the next time, you may feel a little stabbed in your back. Okay, there's some type of betrayal because this person will be very self-indulgent. Sometimes this can come off as like very selfish, and especially if you've been being very generous to this person, you've been looking out for them, you've been putting them first in some way, them coming towards you just really self-indulgent could be like a slap in the face. So I get this energy of you feeling like backstabbed. You feel like you've been deceived in some way. It feels like this person is trying to focus on themselves. They are trying to up their self-worth. Maybe they need time to heal from something. They also could be going through some type of shadow era or shadow work or dark night of the soul. And this person is trying to learn a deeper sense of self-appreciation. Okay. Also, we have judge here. We have judge. All right, so I feel like there's going to be some type of honesty that comes to you the next time this person reaches out. And with that honesty, it's almost like a decision is being taken from you because the judge has the final say. The judge calls the verdict. So even with the honesty that you're going to be getting, if you wanted to do something with the truth, like if you wanted to say something, if you wanted to move forward, if you didn't want to move forward, it feels like the decision is not yours. Like this person makes the final decision, which could feel deeply uncomfortable, especially if you've been the one maybe waiting on communication, waiting to hear back, waiting for this person to get right. So that's another thing that I'm seeing here that just feels very unfair. Something feels unfair to you, okay? I see that this person's going through some type of deep transformation. They could be going through a rebirth or an upgrade in their life, but first they're going through this dark night of the soul. I also feel like you are someone that, you invoke this in people. You invoke transformation within people, which can end up like hurting you in the long run because maybe people do transform and then, that's it. maybe people also try to distance themselves to transform, even if you are the catalyst for that. So this is something that is not new to you, but it also could be like an energy. I don't know. I just get this energy of you feeling very betrayed. So it's almost like you feel like someone fed off of your energy and then dismissed you in some way. Okay. We have optimism here. So you are a very optimistic person. Maybe you instilled optimism in this person. Maybe you try to teach them a sense of self-worth and to look forward and look towards the light at the end of the tunnel. You have instilled hope or wish. You could be this person's wish fulfillment. And you have made a promise, okay? You have made a promise to this person. Maybe you feel like this person's not keeping up their end of the bargain or their promise. All right, so that is what I'm seeing here. It just feels like something feels a little harsh. Something feels like the power is all in one person's hands versus it being fair or equally divided. It feels like, someone's taking all the power or control from you and just making a final decision without hearing you out or even asking your opinion or asking what you want, what would fulfill you, okay? So, some signs that I'm seeing here, I'm seeing Leo, Pisces. I'm also seeing energy of like Saturn, so Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius, and also again like Pisces, Cancer, could even be Scorpio with that transformative energy. All right, so those are the signs that I'm seeing here. Your person tends to be the performer. And this person could be very expressive. They shine, they inspire, and they're talented. I was getting that. Like someone records themselves, so they could be talented in something, maybe musically. All right. But the performer. Now, this is a good thing, but this also could be a little weird to you because you may have feel like someone put on an act of some sort. And it's just like there's some type of shocking betrayal that you feel. Okay. We also have the dreamer here. So this person could be really creative, idealistic, hopeful, and imaginative. And then we also have the ruler, which really gives that energy of the judge, where this person could be a leader. Maybe they feel like they're deeply responsible for things. They also are trying to build a stable system. But with that ruler energy, again, it's the energy of like taking all the power in the dynamic and not leaving any for you. Any say so for you, not asking you how you feel, what you want. Kind of feels very selfish. Okay. So that is what I'm getting so far. The cards that are coming out for this time that this person's going to come towards you and contact you, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is really good. Okay, and I'm going to describe why this is good for you. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Justice card. All right. And so let's talk about it. With that Wheel of Fortune energy, this could be really good for you because if you felt very powerless in this situation, if you felt like someone was making all the final judgments, all the final calls without you having a say so or having an opinion on the matter, there's going to be a change in circumstance. Okay. So if this person was power hogging, if this person was being super self indulgent, the tables could be turning here where you kind of like give them a piece of their own medicine by the time that they're ready to come back and contact you. All right. So there's something fated or destined. There's something a little bit karmic here with the judge and with the Wheel of Fortune, where I feel like once this person has this spark or this energy or this motivation or drive to come towards you, the tables would have turned. And it's almost like consequential. It's consequential. Is that a word? It's consequence. All right, we have the Ace of Wands here. I see that when this person comes towards you, they're very energetic. They're very excitable. Okay, they have this really strong attraction to you. They could have a strong physical attraction to you. They feel motivated to get something off the ground. They feel like super excited, but it's like they're met with the tables being turned. So it's not the same. You're not really waiting on this person by the time that they come back around. That's just what I'm feeling. And there also could be a strong sexual appetite that they may have as well that could get shut down. All right. So, yeah, things have changed. And what we said about that transformation card, how you could feel like kind of fed up with being the transformer in people's lives. One thing that you need to focus on is that even when you do come across these people, whether they're karmics or soulmates or twin flames, when you come across them and you feel like they're taking power from you to transform, there is something transforming within you too. Okay? So every time you're left changed as well. And I feel like this is one of those situations where, obviously things kind of felt like a slap in the face, but it has changed you in a way that's going to work out in your benefit. Okay. So it's like you're not really getting the short end of the stick here. We have the Six of Cups. This person really wants to reconcile with you. They could be super rooted in nostalgia. They could be reminiscing a lot. There's a lot of like good feelings that they feel about you, like past conversations, time spent together, intimate moments, okay? There's energy of looking back, okay? Or even things that they've like always watching you, by the way. So even like nostalgic about like times that they were watching you that you didn't know, which sounds creepy, but I'm telling you, I'm getting that You movie. I mean, not movie, series from Netflix. So I don't know. There's just things about like even if you guys are in the same room, just looking at you when you're not looking at them. There's like nostalgia, there's memories here. Okay, and this person really wants to reconcile by the time that they come towards you. Now, we do have the Three of Swords in reverse. There was something really heartbreaking about how this person chose to just kind of move forward or close the door or just focus on themselves and shut you out. So, with the Three of Swords in reverse, there's this energy of you healing from that. You're no longer feeling heartbroken, but you also don't forget, okay? This person is like sitting on a stone, in the rain. And as someone is reminiscing about the positive times, you could be reminiscing about the negative times. And that's something that you're not forgetting here. Okay. And we have justice. So you will get justice in this situation. Again, I feel like the tables are turning. There is karmic justice coming towards you in your favor. You could be getting an apology. This person could really want to right their wrongs with you. They could be now coming in wanting to be more fair, give more equality or balance in the situation. There's a lot of integrity. Being honest is something that they really are standing on when they're coming towards you. Okay, so there will be justice in your situation. I feel like if this person is, because this is a thing with justice being here too, I feel like as they're coming towards you fair and balanced, you're also in that balance. Okay, you also are standing there as long as they're being fair, willing to be fair back. And so I kind of see that there is still a really strong bond or magnetic attraction that you and this person have. Okay. There is still this energy of coming together and feeling like there's unfinished business or things are not quite over. Even if you don't tell them that, even if that's not your outcome or you're just going to give them a piece of their own medicine, I still feel like there's some unfinished business here and the bond is still really strong. There's a strong soulmate capacity here. There's mutual attraction, mutual want to move forward. Okay. So that's something that cannot be denied. That's something that's like unspoken between you two as they come towards you. Okay. There's things that this person will do to invoke nostalgia within you. So I could see them like bringing up like maybe a favorite song of yours or a song that you guys listen to together. There's like music, okay? Or they could be talking about something that you told them a while back that you didn't think that they remembered, but I feel like this person remembers everything about you. Um, there's something that they're doing to bring back positive memories because they can kind of see that you're thinking about the negative memories, okay? You went through a lot of heartbreak and disappointment regarding the situation, but I really feel like the tables are going to turn in your favor. This person is super nervous, by the way. When they do come towards you, they feel a ton of pressure to perform. They feel like you are judging them harshly, okay? So they're like, oh my God, this is a tough crowd. So there's a lot of pressure here that this person could feel just in hopes that they can impress you, in hopes that they can get back in your good graces, that you have an understanding, and that you're not going to hit them back as hard as they hit you, okay? And that's figuratively. I also too, one thing that I feel like also is like a problem for this person, finances. Okay, that's been coming up a lot, but like maybe their finances also made them feel like they need to get their priorities in order and love was not a priority. All right, so that's something that I'm feeling as well. Let's get some messages and see what else we have here. Oh, I forgot to do the outcome. Sorry, guys. I'm tripping. I'm tripping hard. Okay. What is this person going to say to pile number 3? What is this person going to say in this conversation? We see how they're showing up and how they're acting, but what is something that they're going to say? All right, 2 of Wands. Okay. 2 of Wands. Um, Wow. Okay. So this person can talk a lot about their intentions, maybe behind dismissing the situation, where their thought process was as they were being self indulgent, where their priorities laid, and the reason being, it could be like something. There's a lot of nervousness here. I'm sorry. You make this person sweat. I feel like even as I'm trying to explain this to you, I'm just kind of like in my head, I'm like, I hope they don't think this is bullshit. Okay. But yeah, there was a lot of pressure. Maybe I don't know. There's a pressure to be this person that maybe this person is not. That performer energy is interesting. Like if they shown themselves to be super positive and optimistic, maybe that's not their true selves. If they shown themselves to be very driven, go getter, maybe that is not something that is their strength and they have to work on. You know, if this person told you about hobbies that they do that was really interesting to you, maybe that's not something they really keep up. So there's something about like having the pressure to perform. And if I know that I cannot keep this up, and if I exaggerated about this, then I need to actually work on those things so that I can be that person and show up authentically. Okay. So something about their intentions here with the 2 of Wands. Something also about like what they're trying to manifest in their life, you know? So I don't know if this person considers you to be like a little witchy or spiritual, or they know that you have transformative properties. Maybe they see that you have done well for yourself. You've had some type of glow up or upgrade. They could be talking about that. All right, what else are they saying? The sun. Okay. This person's gonna say like you kind of expose parts of them that they may have not noticed about themselves, or that I feel like there was a conversation that you called this person out, but you weren't doing it in a shady way. You weren't doing it in a negative way. And I'm trying to see how I can explain this to you. Like it's a regular conversation, okay? So like I don't know, like like say like me and you are talking and I have like a pimple on my face and I pointed out to you. I'm like, "Ugh, I have this pimple on my face, like, oh my God, it's so annoying." And you make a joke and you're like, "Yeah, and I know you cry yourself to sleep." Y'all, I'm not good with this example, but maybe you're joking. You're like, "Yeah, I know you're gonna cry yourself to sleep about that pimple," and it's a joke and it's supposed to be lighthearted, but I actually do cry myself to sleep. Okay. So it's like one of those things that was very innocent for you, but you unknowingly exposed something. And this person felt like, oh my God, the jig is up. Like they know about me, even though this was innocent and could have went over your head. You could have been so aloof about it. I don't know if you can reference when that moment was, but you scared the crap out of this person because it really put a lot of visibility towards something they were trying to hide, or it put a lot of exposure or spotlight onto something that they're trying to hide. Okay. Also, with the sun, this person feels like you are their comfort person. Like they can totally relax around you. And that's something that's not usual for them. They feel like they've known you in past lifetimes. They also feel like you are someone that makes them super happy. Okay. And that could have scared them because they struggle to make themselves happy in certain moments. Okay. And what's your response to this? How are you taking this since the tables are turning and now you're the judge? How are you taking this information, this conversation? Ace of Swords, you feel like you are just, I feel like you are listening very attentively. You're listening very attentively and you're not interrupting. You're trying to see, is this authentic? Are they saying the truth or are they just performing? So I see you just listening and just being a good listener and they're able to get their point across. I don't see you having a lot of rebuttal or just even saying things back. You're just kind of listening, but you're also scoping the scene out to see, like, what's real, what's not real. Okay. It really makes this person super, super nervous. All right. Nine of Swords in the Hierophant. Okay, so it makes this person really nervous. Look at this picture, right? Nine of Swords, of course, is like overthinking, being nervous. I always say the Hierophant is like an energy of its levels to this shit. So almost like if you were to go to an interview and you got to sit before the boss, there's a level of authority that this person has that's going to make you a little nervous, you know? And look how this person is looking down and this person's totally cool, calm, and collected. So it's one of those situations. What's the outcome between these two? What's the outcome between these two? All right, Knight of Pentacles, taking things slow. There is commitment here, okay? There is an energy of investment and commitment. There's also energy of consistency and someone becoming more reliable, because I don't know if I said that. I said that I felt like this person's not reliable or I wasn't reliable in the past to you. So there's something about them being more dependable, someone you can rely on. And there's consistency here. There's also an energy of slowing down to do things right, taking their time and you taking your time. So I feel like you guys are still going to move forward, but definitely taking it way slower than it was in the past. Maybe it did feel like things were unraveling really quickly. Okay. And I see you having your comeuppance. All right. I see you having your comeback. Okay, with the Five of Swords. You felt like you had no power in the beginning, but you are going to be leaving this conversation with all of the power. So good for you. Okay, redemption is here. All right. So let's see what this person wants to say to you, that they may say to you or they may not. Let's see what that's about. Give me some messages for pile number 3, the person that's currently on their mind. What is it that they want to say to pile number 3? What is it that they want to say to pile number 3? Oh my God, this has been coming out all like across the board, all piles. So I'm going to pull one more card because I just need like some variety here. Okay, what else? Alrighty, bottom of the deck, we have faith. Okay. Again, I feel like you really have helped this person to have faith in their life and where they're headed and their goals and their identity and who they are, that transformative energy, that optimistic energy. But also, this is the energy of having faith that things are going to turn in your favor, because I do see that happening. The card that's been coming out across all piles is this card, You're My Moon. All right. So that moon energy does talk about like, sadness, deep emotions, could be even deep positive emotions of love. It could be an energy of like trying to hide things, not wanting things to surface, not wanting to talk about things. It could be an energy of being insecure, having fears and doubts. So I feel like this person, you coming around, them meeting you and getting to know you has really had to make them face their fears in a very uncomfortable way. Your bonus card, because I'm just so tired of that card coming out. We have Please Stay. Okay, so Please Stay is coming out. We also have Past Life Lovers, and I really felt that energy between you and this person. So yeah, Past Life Lovers. And last message we have here is We will be together someday. Okay, we will be together someday. All right. That's what I have for you, pile number three. I hope that this gave you a lot of insight about your situation. And the next time that this person's going to reach out to you, contact you, please like the video before you guys go. Comment down below. Let me know what resonated for you. And subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. I would appreciate it greatly. All right, guys. I love you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye. Hi, pal number four. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading on the next time that they contact you. They being the person that's on your mind, your specific person in mind, and what's going to transpire the next time that they contact you. All right, so I'm going to be doing something very different. I'm going to be shuffling and pulling the cards on camera. All right, let's pull some cards for pile number four. This is for pile number four and the person that's on their mind. What's going to happen the next time that this person contacts pile number four? Give me some messages, please. What's going to happen the next time that this person contacts pile number four? All right, pile number four. Let's talk about your person and what's going to happen the next time that you guys speak, the next time that they reach out. All right, first and foremost, just based off of you picking that letter, the fourth letter with the picture at the bottom, these are some things that I feel about this person that you have in mind, okay? So I feel like someone still has someone's belongings. Either you still have this person's belongings, they still have your belongings. Someone's like stuff is in someone else's possession still to this day, even if you haven't talked to them in a while, okay? So someone has their stuff in their car, your stuff in their car, your stuff in their house. And there's also like this possessive energy around it. So it kind of feels like a game too. Like there's this energy of wanting your stuff close because it reminds them of you, but also like this game of like, this is a reason, if there won't be any reason, this is a reason that we will have to talk again. Okay. So it feels like a game. Also, this person, based off of the letter, right? The letter's like folded, and it's like if you were to drop it, it would almost be like a scribe, okay? And so I feel like this is someone who, I don't know what's up with them, okay? This could be someone who's very long-winded. So it could be really hard to get a word in around this person. They do dominate conversations, and they're very sensitive about needing to get their full thought out, okay? Like even if you could kind of like consolidate their thought, and you're like, I understand. They're like, no, like they need to get their full thought out. I don't know where that comes from. It can be a little wicked at times. You know, it could be like, oh my God, like this person's a little crazy. Okay. But this is someone who has to be fully heard. They have to over explain. They need to get their full thought out with no interruptions. It's so long winded. It's like by the time that it's your turn to talk, you done forgot your talking points, you know? So that is something that I really got from that message. It really was strong to me. Okay. I also feel like this person's an emotional warrior. And what I mean by that is that they don't care how they look, they will lead with their emotions and very strongly. They don't care if they look very sad, they're going to lead with their sadness. If they're feeling angry, they're going to lead with that. If they're feeling really happy, they'll lead with that as well. And it's very intense. So there's something very intense about this person. Um, Also, too, because they need to get their full thoughts across, this is someone who will like double text, okay? If they called you and you guys got off the phone and they have to add something to it, they'll call you right back. I feel like this person sends really long paragraphs, okay? I also am getting different personalities about this person. They're either very passionate or they're very aloof or detached, okay? So there's like either or, no in between. Either they're super passionate, super expressive, or some days they're very aloof and act detached and almost like they're not even like all the way there, right? This person could be looking at a lot of old photos of you, okay, maybe because they don't have any recent ones. This person also has this possessive energy. So, like, even if you have social media and you've been uploading new photos to social media, they don't, those photos are not special to them because they like photos that no one else has of you, okay, if that makes sense. And also, too, there's no letting go with this person. I don't care if you guys go years without speaking, there's no letting go. Like, they're still holding on, there's still this strong attachment that they have on you, okay? So that's what I'm getting. Now, the first card that we have here to come out is Swans, okay? So this does feel like someone who is a soulmate or a twin flame. This is someone that you should have faith that you guys will have a happy ending no matter the circumstance currently. Feels like there is faith that things are going to work out the way that you would like. All right. You and them are a pair. There's blooming love between you two. They feel like the one for you. You feel like the one for them. You guys could have a very deep soul connection. No matter what, divination is very interesting because you could have gotten tarot readings. You could have went to psychics. You could have went to, I don't know, people, you know, like spiritual people. No matter where you go, no matter who you get these readings from, it always shows that this person is the one for you. Okay, you've never been told different. So divination, and there's a lot of fluidity here. All right, so things could flow really easily between you and this person when things are good. Even when things are bad, I feel like things still flow. Like even if you and this person are on the outs, if they were to call you or if you were to call them, you guys would answer in a heartbeat and then just be right back on. So that's something that I'm seeing here, okay? Also, what's very interesting about this person, and some of the stuff that I was describing kind of feels this way too, we have the golden mirror, okay? So when this person does come towards you, maybe you already know this about them, but they tend to be very self-absorbed. They could be really in love with themselves. And I kind of attribute that to the fact that this person just likes to hear themselves talk, okay? So, yeah, self absorbed. They could be a little bit of a narcissist or have narcissistic traits, or maybe you've called them a narcissist before. It did feel like there was a lot of one sided energy, and maybe you even felt love bombed when you first started dealing with them. Like they just kind of showed you love really easily, really early on, and in abundance, okay? I do feel like this person has a very, very passionate nature. So again, there's this intensity of like being either very passionate, and then some days they act very detached and aloof, and it's like, where did all the passion go? So that obviously can feel like love bombing, but I feel like this person just has two sides to them, okay? All right. Also, what we have here is interfere. All right, so there has been a lot of intruders in this dynamic. There's been a lot of hindrance and blockages. Could be a lot of third parties or a significant third party that you've had to deal with or that you know of, okay? Which doesn't feel good. But this is something that is a part of this story. So that could be something that could be brought up the next time that you see them. All right, you could have caught them loving another, or even if it wasn't love, just engaging with another person. We have this card that came out, I think, for pile number one. So I pulled you a second card because the double cards, I just need more messages in that. But we have Witchy Sister here. So this person could know that you're deeply spiritual. You have a witchy side to you. You have an oracle side to you. Maybe they have an oracle, witchy, spiritual side to them. And what's interesting is that we did get Libra. Libra is the sign of balance and partnerships, okay? So it's interesting that it came out, but yeah, your person could be a Libra here. Your person could be very diplomatic and urbane. They could be romantic and charming. They could be easygoing and sociable, idealistic and peaceable. But on the flip side, they also could be indecisive and changeable, gullible and easy, not easy, influence, flirtatious, and self indulgent. Okay, so there's confirmation there. All right, there is confirmation there with some of the characteristics of this person. We also have here I'm not saying this correctly. I know I'm not. All right. But there's this energy of this person having some sense of authority in their community. It is so interesting. Okay. And we're going to talk about why it's so interesting to me. But I feel like this person is known to be some type of like wise, calm leader. And maybe a lot of people come to them for advice or just a sense of authority. This is the type of person who would make a great preacher, but also could blend the lines of a cult leader. With those two different personalities, okay? People believe this person very easily. They take very easily to their personality. People really believe in this person. People believe their ideals, their belief system, okay? This person could have a really close tie to the church or some type of religious practice. They could have grew up in a very religious household. This person too seems to be very structured and principled on one side of the coin, but when it came to this connection with you, you've seen something different. This is like someone who's like a therapist by day, and then they're making your life a living hell by night. It's like, how are you counseling other people when you're not using your own practices? Okay, so that's something that you may question about this person. Um, and yeah, some of the signs that I'm seeing here, definitely we have Libra here. We have an energy of Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini. Also, Cups energy. So, Scorpio, again, Pisces, Cancer, and Capricorn. Okay, so I am seeing those signs here. What's interesting about this person being a teacher, a lecturer, a wise one, maybe they use their wisdom or their authority even to manipulate at times. Okay. Um, we have the student. So it's like quite the opposite, their true personality. Their true personality is a student. Now, first of all, that's not a dig at this person because any wise teacher is going to be a forever student. But that's something that you may really know about them is that they have much to learn. They have much to practice. They need to practice what they preach type of energy, okay? So this person has a lot of ideas. They love learning. They're intellectually curious, okay? I think also why this person really like could be in love with you or considers you to be a soulmate is because your intellect, the things that you talk about, your ideas, your thought process is very interesting to them. It could be way different than anyone else they've ever met before. And I see that as like deeply alluring to them. Okay. There's a sapiosexual type of vibe that they feel about you. All right. We also have the visionary. I can see why this person could be considered a leader. So this person seems to be very innovative. They are someone who knows how to have progress in their life. They can inspire by having progression. And they also have revolutionary ideas. Look at all these messages. I'm telling you, this person is interesting. I don't even know how you met someone like this. Okay. We have also the believer. It's all of this like hierophant energy of like preacher, cult leader. Okay. I'm just joking about the cult leader, but am I? All right. The believer, unwavering faith, conviction, and they feel like they have a deep special purpose in this lifetime. Okay, so this person could be a big deal. I definitely see it. Okay, but you could see like where their mask slips because you could be so close to them, or you just know them so well. You can read them really well where other people may not pick up on certain things. Okay, but good for them. That looks, it is what it is here. All right, so did I cover all bases over here? I did. The cards coming out for your person, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the World. All right, when this person comes towards you the next time, when they do reach out to you again, I feel like they don't just want to talk on the phone. They want to get you in person. They want to go on a date. So I see a date, and that could be how they want to face you, how they want to confront the situation. Maybe there's not even like even deep energy or any bad blood. It just has been a time since they've seen you. And they want to sit down and do some type of romantic activity, which could be like a date. It feels like it could be in the evening. They want like some type of low light setting. I also feel like this person likes fancy things, so they may take you somewhere really nice. Okay, they may tell you to dress up and come meet me somewhere. So it feels like they put like a lot of thought, or they're in this energy or this air of being deeply passionate about you. All right, when you do come to this space, okay, first and foremost, there's something about being misunderstood. Okay, this person could consider you to be like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like someone who could be deeply materialistic, or even like a gold digger or a sugar baby type of energy. And, maybe you do like nice things, okay? But I don't feel like that's the dynamic that you are trying to have with this person. You don't want some type of superficial relationship with them. The nice things and pulling out all the stops is nice, but there's a deeper sense of purpose in this connection just versus that. So it's almost like it feels like this person downplays the connection when they do things of that sort, when they treat you as someone who is like gold digging, or they treat you as someone who is materialistic, or they treat you as someone who could be somewhat of a companion. Okay, so there's something about that. I also feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you have turned your back on like committing yourself to this person, because obviously there could have been some third parties. Maybe this person has been doing a lot of one-sided stuff where it feels imbalanced. And if you were just blindly committing yourself or just being loyal to a fault, it feels like you have stopped that. So that also could be the reason for trying to come to this meeting. And that's another thing I'm feeling. I feel like a lot of your dates feel like meetings with this person, okay? I don't know what that is. Maybe it's that sense of authority. So for this meeting date/date that you guys have, I feel like that's also why there's a sense of urgency to get you in person, because they can feel that you have turned your back towards how you used to nurture them or nurture this connection, your commitment to this connection. They could sense a change within you, okay? So let's see what they're going to say about that. I wonder if you guys have an age gap here. All right, what is this person going to say to pile number 4 when it comes to this date? What are they going to say? All right, Knight of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Okay, they do try to start the date by being very like charismatic, charming, almost speaking to you as if you guys don't have this long-rooted history, speaking to you as if like you guys don't have this deep connection. And that's something that could frustrate you. You feel like they kind of make the connection feel superficial, and you guys are way past that. So they could start to talk to you like that Knight of Wands, which is kind of playerish, or just kind of like charming your pants off, but maybe not getting to the nitty-gritty, not being serious. But I do see that they switch that up, and they start to converse about the like King of Pentacles energy. All right, about committing and where they're going wrong, and what is it that that you're not happy with, that they're not bringing to the table. All right. So there could be some accountability here. There is an energy of like this person asking about their behavior, which is a little weird, but they could be like, are you not happy like with how I've been treating you? You know, like they know you're not happy, but they feel like they haven't done anything so outlandish that like they're testing you. Okay. That's why I feel like someone's testing you here. All right. So King of Pentacles, they have this energy of showing like that you guys are in a relationship or that you guys are in this deep commitment, but you have turned your back against this by this time. So you obviously don't feel that way. You don't feel that way by them as well. You may not feel like you have the respect or the commitment that would make it feel like you guys are in solidarity. Okay. So I feel like this person tries to downplay the issues that you guys may have. And I feel like they try to skip over it by being chivalrous and just by being charming and funny and enthusiastic. Now, another thing that I'm seeing here too is the Four of Cups, okay? So again, Four of Cups is someone who's very aloof. Could also be someone who plays sleep, who plays stupid, okay? So it's like someone is dodging the question at hand that you have about like, what is this? What are we doing? How are we going to move forward? It feels like someone's dodging that. It's like someone doesn't want to bring light to that. This is a very uncomfortable topic for this person for whatever reason is about commitment or just kind of like laying out what that commitment means. I also feel like too, this person, when they do act detached and aloof, it's because there is like a sadness because we do have the sun in reverse. So this person could have a hard time finding joy in life. Okay. Even if they are doing a lot of things that they aspire to do, like becoming this big leader in their community, you know, having this heavenly presence that they do have, having all this charm, it feels like they still have a hard time finding happiness in their life and joyous moments. All right, so this person almost is like checking out during the conversation, but it's also like thinking about sadness. What's making this person sad? All right, Ace of Cups. Page of Cups. I feel like this person has a hard time expressing themselves. They could feel really sorry for things that they have done in the past towards you or making you feel like you wanted to turn your back in a commitment, you know? They could feel like they admire you. They could feel like they miss you a lot. They're just trying to start some type of rebirth of this emotional connection. That was their goal here. But, you know, as you're kind of trying to hold them accountable and get serious about things, it feels, I don't know, it makes them sad for whatever reason. I feel like this person has a goal of just like having this brand new beginning in love with you and just that being that. And when it comes to their emotions, it's really hard for them to express that as well. Maybe that's something too. Maybe this person is sad, but they don't know how to express that. Like this person has a hard time expressing themselves. Okay. So like maybe they want to show you more sincerity. They want to show you a more apologetic energy, but it's like the tears won't come. But you know what that is? That's this. That's the golden mirror. It's like this person wants to show you like they're tearing up. They want to show you that like they really were worried, but it just won't come out. It's like it's unlikely for their body to do things like that, okay? I'm like, what is this? Why is this so awkward? Like this is someone who's a little sad, but like the tears just won't come. And then in the same breath, they're like, damn, I look good. They're like, damn, they get distracted, you know? Like, damn, I look good in this reflection. Okay. So I don't know. This person is a little self absorbed for sure. For sure. Okay. Where it's really hard for them to relate to the magnitude of their actions and the effect that it has on you. I do see that there's an end of a chapter. If someone has been keeping a third party, if someone has been being one-sided, not taking into account your feelings, your needs, your wants, I feel like that is coming to an end because we do have the world here. You and this person could be having this sense of achievement to reach the next level in your relationship. It feels like this is a want that both of you want because it's clarified by the Two of Cups. So not only do they want this, like genuinely, you want it too. And it feels like you guys are able to close a weird chapter or a hard chapter, okay? Also, too, this person could talk about how they want to take you on a trip, like let's book a trip, let's go somewhere. All right. Tell me about the world here. You know what? Pile number one's person had me cracking the fuck up, okay? And your person has me cracking up too because it's just such unique energy, okay? It's like, it's no one like your all people. It's no one like this person, like, seriously. They're just a character, seriously. All right, let's see what else. Clarify the world. Yeah, King of Cups. You're going to start seeing this person's very loving side, the side that you were missing. The genuine side, the authentic side, the good listener. Okay, because I feel like this person's not a good listener. They get very distracted. They get very self absorbed about only what they're saying. You get the more compassionate person. This person is known to be a wise, calm leader or teacher somewhere in the universe, right? There's a reason to that. They do give a compassionate side to people out there in need. All right. They do have a genuine approach to help people in need, right? And they also, what else was I going to say? They have a gentle nature about them and a spirit about them. Maybe they just haven't been showing this to you in the way that you need to, right? Like, I do this because this is my role in society, this is my job. But when it comes to my personal relationships, I kind of don't even bring that side or that to the table. So I really feel like it's an end of this person being so stoic or just being super self absorbed to where you're kind of like getting the short end of the stick. I see a lot of love and expressing themselves and just being a little bit more authentic in the connection. All right. And let's see what else that you need to know about this. What else can you tell me about this conversation or this, what's going to happen when they contact them? Anything else? All right, Two of Swords. I feel like at first you felt very hesitant about if things were going to work out between you and this person. You could have been really nervous to meet up with them because you had every intention to set a boundary or even like say cut your losses. You could have even started to feel like this person was a stalemate. So there's a nervousness about that because you did not want to really end things, but if you had to for your highest good, you were prepared to do so. And I feel like that's not going to be the outcome here. Let's see, what is the outcome? So you were about to put your foot down, okay? And this person just kind of is like, all right, let me stop playing with you. Let me get real. Let me get more compassionate. Let's see, what's the outcome between this person and pile number 4? What's the outcome? All right, we have the moon. I do feel like there's an end of a chapter, but with the moon being here, there's a lot of insecurity about what this next chapter brings, okay? Because you've been there, done that with this person. You've seen them for the self-absorbed person that they are. You've seen that they have not put you first in certain ways. You've seen the third party mess. And so even if this person is starting off this, end of the chapter showing you more compassion, more love, being more genuine or authentic, it's something that you don't have true reliance on. It's something that you're not really sure about. You could still feel a little confused. You could walk away from this conversation still feeling confused. You could be a little fearful that there won't be changes. You could have insecurities from this relationship that were brought upon you. And something just feels a little unsafe, right? Because there's the unknown of like, is this going to be really the end of this chapter? Or is this person going to continue to do things that kind of, disrupt me? All right, we have the 4 swords here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of reflection on this person's part where they kind of look back and see where they have done you wrong, knowing that you have been committed to them. I seen that you just recently stopped overly committing yourself, right? So there's a lot of reflection on this person's part. All right, there's a lot of time to reflect also on their emotions, the things that are making them sad, and maybe if that's also pushing them to be the self-absorbed person. So I feel like through that reflection, there will be changes. someone is not going to procrastinate like changing themselves. If they've been waiting to the last minute, they're finally going to get going here. And I feel like things are going to get better between you two. Finally, you guys are going to have balance restored. All right. And again, with that Four of Pentacles, this person is just like, I feel like a big fear is losing you. Okay. So if that does need to be put on the table, if there needs to be an ultimatum, that could incite a lot of change in this person, because that Four of Pentacles is like what I said. This person is not letting you go. There's no letting go. That's like kind of like how they feel. And if you were to put that ultimatum on the ground, if you were to feel like, hey, I don't see this going anywhere, I'm going to exit out, that is something that could deeply disturb them to the point of redemption. Okay. Let's see what this person wants to say to you. You and pile number one's person is just interesting creatures. Okay. It's just so funny. It's not funny because I know like this is real. This is your life. But it's just like, I can't even believe these people, the audacity. All right. So give me some messages for pile number four. What is their specific person of interest? What do they want to say to them that they may or may not say? What is it that they want to say to them? What is their truth? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have forever. So this person feels like you are someone that they're not going to let go, that they're going to be with forever. Okay, they see forever with you, everlasting with you. So that's how this person truly feels. They also feel like the spark between you two is undeniable. They also see that you are really instilling a lot of self-love in yourself these days. Like you're nurturing yourself. All the nurturing and the love that you gave to this person that was not reciprocated, you're now putting into yourself. And they see the changes within you. And that also could be a wake-up call to them as well. You know, that you're no longer like overexerting yourself. You're going to put all of that into you. And also, this person feels, either they feel like, you know that they broke your heart, or maybe they feel heartbroken as well. Okay, so you broke my heart. All right, pile number four. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this gave you guys a lot of insight. Please like the video before you guys go. Comment down below. Let me know what part resonated for you. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys real soon. I love you so much, and have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. All right, bye guys.